Hey, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us here on the TMG Podcast. Today, we have a special guest with us, Mr. Josh Hill.
Right. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man. Absolutely. He's going to talk about taking a leap, man, and really his journey in the real estate game. And over here, we have our CEO, Mr. Mitchell Mullis.
Forgot about me. Yeah. Awesome.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, great show today. I'm super duper excited. I just said super duper. So we're going to leave that in. But I'm super excited. Got Josh here today. Our first guest are TMG Podcast. And, from day one, I said our first guest is going to be Josh Hill.
Yep.
Because there'd be no TMG Podcast. There'd be no Mullis Group. There'd be no sales for Mitchell Mullis at all without Josh. And Josh is my brother from another mother. Come on.
Yeah.
And we've been best friends for 15 years or so. And but first, hey, we're going to get a good joke in.
Oh, here it is.
Yes, sir. So, Mitch's Corny Joke Corner. Here we go.
My favorite part.
Stole this from my daughter, Carly. Why are spiders so smart? We need some Jeopardy music. Anything?
I've got no idea.
I've got nothing.
Because they can get on the web.
Jesus, Mitch.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
It's so bad that it's kind of good.
I love
like
somebody that laughs at their own jokes.
Well, truth be told, I mean, you laughed first time I told you. So how about that?
That is true.
So,
That is true. Also, I'd like to thank Johnson Co. and Johnson Co. Photography for doing this for us and filming, and also Mandy and Second and Main for allowing us to film.
Right. So we're going to hear a little bit from Josh today about his journey in real estate, sales, life. See how he got. See how he got to the point of place where he's at in life. So he's very, very successful. And he's also going to stick around. We got Big James back there and going to play jams with James with us.
Nice. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about your journey.
Oh, man. That's a long
The condensed version.
version. So, I watch your shows. Thanks for having me. You guys putting out a good product here.
Wow.
So very similar backgrounds to you guys. We all went to the same school. East Davison, played for a lot of the same coaches.
Yeah.
And, just similar backgrounds. So early age, went to junior college to play basketball at Rockingham Community College. Broke my ankle, broke my elbow. Called my dad, said, Dad, I need to come back home. My roommates have moved out. Financial aid's gone. And he said, son, you got to figure it out. So
gave you a good luck, son.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, that's really what he told me.
You can't come home.
Yeah. So I was 18, stuck with a $900 a month rent, and my teammates had moved out. They had quit the team, and I had to get a job. So reached out to a friend, and he got me on at Harris Teeter Distribution Warehouse, where I worked for like 7 or 8 years.
Nice.
And did a lot. Yeah,
Which
real nice.
honestly is a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You made a good living there.
I did. At 19, I think I made like $50,000 when I was 19. That's great.
That's huge.
Still more than I did at 34 as a teacher.
I was about to say, and what year was that? That was crazy money then.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude.
was
I was lucky to make $20 a week.
$20 a week, Mitch? Jesus. Was this a Great Depression?
But I walked uphill both ways to school.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Get it back.
Yeah, so I think I've always been a pretty hard worker. And it was a good job. I had great benefits. I had health insurance. Made more money than any of my friends, but it was a tough job, very physical labor. And in between, as I grew, I got married at an early age, had kids at an early age. Life happened really quick.
You know why he got married and had kids at a young age? Because his sucker's at 19 years old making $50,000. He's pulling all the ladies. You know what I mean? And then it just happened.
No, I had one lady.
Oh yeah.
Love you, Ashley.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, be sure to throw that in there.
Shut up. Yeah.
Nah, but so Harris Teeter, you're working there. What kind of change?
Well, so I started with one of my other good friends. I started a lawn care business. We mowed yards for like $30, $40 a pop.
Yep. Remember that?
Yeah, and it was rough. Like you get done working and then you go work, and I was like getting home at 8, 9 o'clock, and it was tough. We quit that. In between, before I got into real estate, I had a few ventures. Tried to sell life insurance. So I'm like 22, trying to sell life insurance to my 22-year-old friends, and nobody believed in it. Nobody bought it life insurance.
Hold on. Somebody believed in it.
No, we're pretty much bulletproof at 22. I mean, I thought I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the sucker recruited me to sell life insurance with him.
Okay. So I pitched a really good idea, but I was not very good at selling the product.
Yeah.
So now ask Mitch, did you buy the product?
No, heck no. I don't even think you made me buy it. You were just like, hey, man, let's sell this thing. We're going to the next level. I was like, I'm in.
Well,
We never went to another level.
No, we stayed right there.
Level
the
one.
idea was there, though. You know, so you carried that over to something that made you successful.
Well, and if
Yeah.
nothing else, that was an experience.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of times you learn so much from your first endeavors from failures. You're like, okay, it actually takes this much work and this much time, and you need to put effort into this. And it's a learning experience. And as long as you learn stuff from that, it's well worth it.
Yeah. You know what I remember from Primerica, Josh, first time I seen it? I think I remember scripts there.
Scripts. So there was a lot of training that I got then that I didn't realize I'd use later in my career. Scripts, a pitch to recruit people. I was really good at recruiting. At one point, I was the top recruiter in North Carolina. We didn't sell one policy. But they all believed we were going to make money, and we literally didn't make $1. So
I stayed on for like 2 weeks.
impressive,
Yeah, I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah. So fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
Let's get you into
Primerica, you're at Harris Teeter. Now, conventional wisdom, Josh, says you stay at Harris Teeter because they got a good 401k and they got or health insurance and all the insurance.
And a retirement plan. I mean, not just a 401k, but like they're, after like 40 or 30 years, aren't they like, hey, we want you to retire?
I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's just what they tell you.
I'm riding my jack up one day. We drove like a pallet jack. I was a grocery selector, and I had been talking to Ashley about getting into real estate, and she's always supported everything I wanted to do. I quit Harris Teeter like 5-6 times, tried a lot of things in between, and literally failed every single time. And I told her I was going to get into real estate, and she said, do what makes you happy. And that was always her answer. So I drive my jack down, and I tell my supervisor, I say, his name was Galloway. I said, Galloway, I'm going to get started in real estate. I'm going to need the weekends off so I can take class. And his response to me was, you don't want to do that. That's hard. I was like, all right, I'll show you. So I signed up for class, and, it took me like a really long time to get my license. I failed the test several times.
Hold on.
Hey, we
back
did
up, back up. You yada yada over the best part. Okay, so the man's got 2 weeks, 3 weeks left of real estate school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go that
Like
way.
he forgot about it. Look, you see that? He was like, oh, yeah.
He yada yada right over it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do not have my license yet, and I was at work one day, literally in the middle of the day, and I was just miserable, like punching in every day, having to be somewhere at a certain time, and like you can't leave, you feel trapped. That's how I felt mentally. On a Saturday, I was getting really crappy pulls. It was like a 400 case pull, like 6,000 pounds worth of weight, and I was just sick of it. I was like, you know what, I'm going to be a real estate agent anyway. So I called my wife and I said, honey, I'm ready to quit. Like, can I quit right now? And she said, do what makes you happy. And I said, okay. And I said, literally, we wear a headset like this, and I had a pool waiting to go be selected. And I said, picking terminated. Turned it off, walked in the supervisor's office and said, I'm out of here, guys. I was gone.
No job, no income.
When keeping it
Still
real
in no
goes
door.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yep, no job, 2 kids, lots of debt, lots of bills, and just probably really not a very good decision.
But it forced you into doing something.
It put my back against the wall for sure.
Pressure. Pressure. It really creates pressure. Anytime you take a leap or do something crazy like that, I think it creates pressure, and you feel like your back's against the wall.
So how was real estate at first? Like when you first got into it, you leave Harris Teeter. What's your first 6 months like?
So here was my first thought. So I finally get my license. I'm riding down the road. I call my wife. She's celebrating. We're so excited. I get off the phone, and I'm like, oh, crap. Like, what am I going to do now? I don't even know how to sell a house. Like, this is going to be tough. What do I do? About 6 months in, I had only sold one home. Had limited training, didn't know what I was doing. I started building a lot of bad habits. I was sleeping in till like 10, 10:30, getting home at 3. I really wasn't doing a whole lot and wasn't getting a lot of results. And one day something clicked. I said, you know what? Like, something's got to change, and it's me. So I was the first one at the office, last one to leave. In real estate, we have this thing, you're either indirect or you're direct. My first 6 months, I was very indirect. I was like hiding because I was scared of what people thought about me. Then I started becoming very direct. Now I don't care what anybody thinks about me. Like, you're going to buy a house with me, or you'll go use someone else, and that's okay. But at least I know I was direct, right?
And you put effort in as much as you could into it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. That's good.
So
And-
I'm sorry. I just got a question real quick. This has been brought to my attention, and I think this is a good question. Was Mitch as good as he says he was in the beginning?
Uh-oh.
So let's go back to the story.
I never said I was good in the beginning.
We just got to hear about the greatest.
Well, actually, let's rewind. So I'm 16 years old, hanging out with him. He's 18. This guy's like can talk to anybody. He's the best talker everywhere you go. He talks to people that he doesn't know, like he's best friends with them. And I was like, I picked up on that. I started doing that. So a lot of what I have now is thanks to him when we were teenagers. I was like, if he can talk to him, I can talk to him too.
Yeah.
Just kind of riding the wave behind him and figuring it out too, and
Yeah.
then doing the same.
Yeah. Now, so 2 quick stories. When he quit his job, right, and the next day he had that remorse. He called me. He was like, not crying, but he was whining.
I was crying.
He was
weeping?
I was
All right.
crying.
He was whining.
I was weeping.
Yeah.
Maybe not tears. Maybe tears.
And I said,
I just built a house, dude, like a $200,000
Yeah.
house. I mean, Lord God, and I got no job.
Reality.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Just so I can interject a little bit. Like June, July, whenever I was struggling a little bit, I was kind of in that same little state right there. You kind of get in a shell, and it's like,
Yeah.
no income.
Do you remember the advice I gave you?
I do.
Same thing Josh gave me.
So what'd you tell him?
he said it politely.
Lack of a better term. Quit being a punk.
Hey, and it's true, guys. It really is. So,
and we've talked about this at length before in the podcast. Josh, tell me what you think. But the whole world, I think you feel the same way. The whole world's built on commissions, whether you make commissions or not. Well, if you work an hourly rate, if the guy above you, who's the salesman, is not selling the product, well, guess who's not going to have a job? So the whole world works off commissions. It's just, man, when it's brought to your attention that, hey, if you don't do anything, you're not paying your bills. It's kind of a oh me kind of moment, right?
Yep. Agree.
that's a really good point.
Yeah, it really is an oh me kind of moment. So, Josh, I know he had the one deal. Talk a little bit about your deals. And meanwhile,
I'll get to it. So take him and his wife out to dinner. They're like crying at dinner. I'm like, guys, this is what Mitch is meant to do. Calm down. Like, it's going to be okay. And I did pay him for 1 week, and then the second and third week. And he thought he was good. So we're like 4 weeks in. He's like, man, I'm better than you. I was like, all right, let's script. He was awful. He was terrible. He was terrible. But now I'll say this. He's like the best salesperson in the state. There's nobody better than Mitch. He's the best.
Well, I mean, part of that was we grew up like brothers, okay? So by the time he's 15, we're at the Y. The dude doesn't ever leave me alone. He's like my shadow. What are we going to do now, Skip? You remember that commercial or that cool cartoon? What are we going to do now? So, and it kind of grew into, just a brotherhood. And, so when he's like, your pitch isn't good. I'm like, well, you want to go outside and talk about it? That's fine. Back when I was younger, I'd run out of ideas quick, and the only thing I knew to do was to fight.
I'll show you pitch A and pitch B right here, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Are these good? Are these good? So, kudos. Like, I'm trying to tell my little god brother, like, he picks on mine and Josh's relationship, and our wives kind of pick on it because they call it a bromance. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
But they don't understand, man. You get maybe 2 or 3 lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And if you've got a friend that will encourage you and lift you up, man, you've got something. Man, a lot of people don't have that opportunity. I'm just excited that we have that together. You want to talk any more trash about me?
Samesies.
Oh, I kind of feel what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
That's nice. No, I'm just kidding.
You want to get out? No, I'm just kidding. Get out of the middle.
I'll get out of the way.
Hey, but so keep on. Let's hear more about your story.
Let's see. The last 4 months of the year, I sold 12 homes, individual agent, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I started figuring things out. That was 2015. 2016, we ramped up. I think I sold 74 homes, added an agent, which I'm like doing all this backwards because still nobody's telling me what to do. I'm just like, trying to figure it out, which I've always did what we call plug and play. Just like go along and figure it out after. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's me.
Yeah.
So
It works a lot of times.
That's the way we do our like marital lives too.
yeah.
Let me know how that works.
Yeah.
We're still working on it.
Yeah. We're plugging and playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The peak, man. What was the peak? Was it 260? 250?
232, 234.
234.
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's great. Tell me, ballpark your sales numbers, and how long you been doing it? 6-7 years?
This is year 6 this month.
Year 6.
Yep. And we've sold over 750 homes, over 120 million.
Wow.
And so for me, the coolest thing, sitting over there hearing them talk about it is like the people that I've influenced. My first recruit was a NASCAR. He worked for
Richard
Childress, and he was a pit guy. He had no sales experience, never sold anything. He's one of the top selling agents in the Triad. Wow. He had a year with me where he made over $200,000.
Yep.
So one of the things I'm most proud of is, like TJ. TJ, he's not a direct cause of me, but somewhere down the line, I've influenced him because of someone else. So to me, that's what it's all about.
Well, every morning he does that
reader
that you hooked him up with. So I mean, little things that affect people just because they're little doesn't mean it doesn't affect them in a great and positive way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you guys do, which is cool. You guys get people in to have their dreams realized in a new home, in a place they're excited to build memories and, build a life. How gratifying is that to be able to make a career and make people happy?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And not only just like professionally, I mean, I think, the great thing is what I think we always try to relate to each other, everybody at this table, including James and Johnson, is self-improvement. Josh, what would you say about self-improvement? And that's what we push.
Yeah. Self-development's everything.
Yeah.
I've told my team lately, like if you're not growing, if you're not pushing yourself to grow, you're being selfish because there's people in the world that depend on you to grow. Mm-hmm. So every time you pick up your phone and you Facebook or you TikTok and you decide not to read, you decide not to go be physically fit, you're being selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. What a shot at TikTok right there. That's the first reference I've heard of that on the TMG podcast. But yeah, that's awesome. So, hey, glad you come on, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you want to brag on me a little bit more or something?
No, we heard what he said. He said that at first you were awful, that your scripts were
With
horrible.
him.
That's what we heard.
You were the best salesman in North Carolina. That's pretty good.
I feel like it's the country. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, here's the cool
Keep
thing.
growing.
Oh, man.
And see, this is about self-improvement. This is what Mitch means. He's not happy with just being North Carolina.
fine.
It's going to be East Coast. It's going to be Southeast. It's going to be...
This is what we call affirmations.
Yeah.
He's
And
speaking it into existence.
Here's the thing. We all grew up together in the same kind of area. We're all athletes with the same coaches, like he said. And I think we've all developed that same mindset that we want to be great. We want to keep working to get better because the old adage goes, if you're not working to get better, somebody is. And I think we've all got that mindset, and we all share that, and I think that's why we share a lot of special relationships up here.
All right, guys, it's now time for our Jams with James.
James O'James.
Pick me, by the way, or Josh, or Mitch.
Yeah. Where they going to win, Mr. Norris?
You will be getting a $25 gift card.
Oh, Johnson.
But you got to like it, you got to pick somebody, and you got to share it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Awesome.
All right, let's do this.
By the way, if you listen on YouTube, my daughter will like this. Hit the bell at the bottom. Make sure you get all the notifications.
There you go. There you go. And subscribe.
Yeah, and subscribe. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yep. Number 2. Yes, sir. Coming in hot. 3. Let's do it. Gimme. This will at least keep it close.
4. Yeah. Boom, that one, baby. Okay. Cut it off. TJ don't have it. Cut it off.
Oh, man, that was the easiest one.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't
Dude, it was
find it.
good.
I can hear it. I don't know it.
Know the artist.
James is really good.
All right, you guys ready for this?
I'm changing. I think I just nailed that name. Okay. Number 1.
Hold on a second. Hold on, number 1. Let me think about number 1 again.
You looked at my paper.
No, I swear.
You cheater.
I don't know. I know the artist. I don't know the stinking title. All right. I'm ready. Let's go over the answers.
You ready, Josh? Nobody's asked you if you're ready. You ready, buddy?
Yes.
All right. Mitch, what you got for the first one?
Why do you start with me? You know I don't even know one. I got AC/DC, Back in Black.
TJ, what'd you get?
Oh, my God. I totally went the wrong way.
Oh, what an idiot.
I felt extremely comfortable about this. I thought it was Brooks and Dunn, Only in America. Only in America.
Oh, my God. All
Hey,
right.
if he plays it, I could sing it.
Josh, let's hear what you have. I'm interested now.
Don't look at my paper. All right, pins down. We can leave each other.
I just changed 5.
Yeah, he just
number,
changed one.
Number 1,
I
I have no idea. I put Keith Urban.
You guys are way off. That's the point. Is it AC/DC?
It is
Can we hear it
AC/DC.
one more time?
It is AC/DC. The name of the song is "Shook Me All Night Long."
Shook me all night long. I couldn't think of it.
See, now you knew it.
All right,
Now you
number
know
2, let's go.
One for Mitch.
Number 2 is Jesse's Girl.
Yes, it is.
I do not have an artist.
Rick Springfield.
Oh, listen to
do you know
TJ. Josh, what you got over there?
I got Jesse's Girl, no artist.
Nice.
Let me tell you something. You're watching VH1's
I do
one-hit
watch-
wonders if you
listen,
know that
You
name.
can ask my wife. I watch MTV Classic, and anything that comes up that I hadn't heard in a while, download it.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
Number 3 was pretty easy. I got Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner.
Does anyone not have that?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it too.
Okay. Number 4 was another give me, and TJ probably didn't get it. Me and Josh are, we're going to show our age here, but Bop by Hanson.
Wow, I could see it though.
That's what I heard.
What
You just made my
what'd Josh
day,
get?
Mitch.
Bop Hanson.
Was it Bop?
Dude, it had to be Bop.
It was. Oh, it definitely was. Play it again.
100%.
Please, can you play that again now, James? Just
Watch.
please.
Bop, do it up, my do up. That's
Bop, boys.
Hold on. I got.
Tell me we didn't get it, baby.
No, what is it?
Number 1. Wow, that actually went really good, and you guys were good at that. That was impressive. It is not Mbop by Hanson. It is Something More by Sugarland.
Gotta be
Who
something.
plays Something More by Sugarland?
Who plays Mbop by Hanson?
Bop by Hanson is a classic.
So here's the thing: those songs. I'm not musically inclined, but if you could look at the music notes, they're the exact same.
They gotta be.
They could be.
I about guarantee.
Dude, that was
One
Bop.
of them's
All right, you got-
a
you-
step down though.
Everybody's got one more, but nobody got anything on that one. So what's the last one? What you got, Mitch?
I didn't have a title. I couldn't think of a title. I got Alan Jackson. Some Alan Jackson song.
I got Sammy Kershaw. She don't know she's beautiful.
She don't know she's beautiful.
I don't know if that's Sammy Kershaw.
Oh, she's not the kind. Yeah,
What
that's
do you
definitely.
have, Josh?
Is it?
I just wrote down Brooks and Dunn.
Mitch again with the Alan Jackson. He did good. He got the artist. It was Gone Country by Alan Jackson.
Gone Country. I was thinking I couldn't get out of Alan Jackson. I couldn't figure it out, and he pressured me, and
My
everybody
gosh.
was getting me. So that would be win number 4, boys.
Actually, that's going to make it a tie again
Yes!
between TJ and Mitch.
Redemption.
Well,
6-6.
I'm just gonna step up and say Mitch got number 4. It's Bop.
It is Bop. I'm telling you right now, 100% it's Bop.
It's not on the paper.
Bless God, it's on the paper.
All right, James has a tiebreaker here.
First one to say it.
Yeah, bro.
James has a tiebreaker, and it's the first one to say it. Whoever says it out loud.
Tiebreaker's
or do
worth
we-
10 points, so I'm still in
Okay.
it.
All right, here we go.
Okay, well, apparently tiebreaker's worth 10 points.
Here we go.
Josh
Let's
is
hear
still in it.
Come on. Mitch, I know this. It's Leonard Skinner.
Dude. Keep going.
Give us another one.
I'm going to give you a hint, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Aerosmith.
Walk this way.
Yeah. Damn.
Boom.
Who do we give it to?
Aerosmith, Walk This Way. I got both.
Josh wins.
Let's finish on that. We'll let Josh win this episode, kind of like everybody gets a trophy.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. Awesome. Guys,
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Josh, for joining us. Thanks, James, for our Jams with James session there.
Yeah.
Mr. Mitchell Mullis.
Bob. That was
Johnson, second and main. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yep.